What's up, everybody? Welcome back to After the Huddle. As always, it's your boy Jacob, Jared. Devin should be here shortly
At some point.
at some point. So, uh, another week in the NFL. Crazy shit happened after. We had Devontae Adams traded to the Jets.
Who didn't see that coming?
Yeah, well, we were expecting that one. We were just more like waiting on that to happen.
Yeah, no, I don't think everybody. Well, maybe some people expected right after the game, but like not literally the next morning.
Yeah. Bills, they also trade for Amari Cooper from the Browns.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good trade for them.
Yes.
We'll get a little bit more into that and what that means for each team here shortly. A lot of high scoring games this weekend. Saw 47 points, 51 points, multiple 30 points.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of lopsided games too. It wasn't, I mean, they had a couple close ones. But
Dallas got blown out.
Dallas got blown the fuck out.
On Jerry Jones's birthday.
Oof. Yo, what's up, Alex? Appreciate you joining. Yeah, like we were saying, a couple blowouts, few blowouts. Who else got? The Saints gave up. They got 51-27.
I left Baker on the bench. I was not expecting that type of game.
3 interceptions. Yeah, you had Chicago. They snapped. In London against the Jags.
Caleb's good. I think Caleb could be the first 4,000-yard passer for Chicago.
It's gonna be crazy. It is a lot of good games this weekend. A lot of, like I said, a lot of high scoring. Man, I missed out on a lot of money this weekend.
I made 168 off the Buffalo game.
Yeah, I did win a touchdown parlay for like 100.
Okay,
but it was okay. That was Bijan, Drake London, David Montgomery, and Justin Fields. So not bad.
Yeah, not
it wasn't bad. Yeah. So, but I missed out on a lot of money, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I had an 11-leg parlay, and I picked every single game right.
What did it come down to? Monday night?
Nope. I lost it in the early games, but I ended up winning every other game. My dumbass accent. I picked.
You told me about this. I don't know what you said.
I picked Washington over Baltimore in the money line. Yeah, and then in another parlay. Okay. In another parlay, I had Washington plus 7.5, got it. Tampa Bay money line, got it. Green Bay money line, got it. Colts plus 3.5, got it. Then I had Philly minus 6.5.
Have you seen?
They won by 4.
Have you seen the viral thing about with the dude going around about how he put, I think like $10 on almost everything, and it came down to Monday night, and if he would have hit like $125,000. You seen that?
No, I did not see it.
Yeah, it came down to that, and he cashed out at halftime.
Did he have the Bills?
No, he had
the Jets.
Not the money line. He had something with the spread.
Something with the spread. Did he have the Buffalo minus?
No, with the Jets.
Jets plus.
Possibly something like that. But from the comments I saw, he cashed out at halftime. I think right after the Hail Mary.
Yeah, that was a good cash out then.
You remember that picture I sent in the group with the cash out from on, with the $60 one?
Yeah.
Well, after I sent that to y'all, it wouldn't let me do it anymore. So the entire time I'm sitting there watching the game, I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen, because like they kept Kincaid. I just needed him to stay under 56. He had like 30 something. Thing was worrying about me was Knox, because this motherfucker just come out of nowhere and scored that touchdown. I'm like, we're not having this.
Yeah,
we can't have these random catches right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I picked every game right this week except I had Washington winning. I'm not gonna lie. It was close.
I think I had them winning at one point too.
It was close, but that was the one game, and I mainly took them mainly because of the odds. I should have took Baltimore though. If I take Baltimore, I win like 1,400. Yeah, I was mad. I was mad. I was mad, bro. Yeah.
Well, we got next week.
Yeah, we got next week. Yo, what's up, Devin? Yeah, Jared showed me the text that you're having some technical issues and updates and stuff like that. So, it's all good. We're just mainly talking. We're getting to these trades real quick. So like I said earlier, Davante Adams, he gets traded to the Jets. We watched. Most of us watched the game on Monday night. They did look like they needed somebody, but at the same time, Allen Lazard had over 100 yards.
Well, that's also because of the Hail Mary.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson had over 100 yards, but that's still a touchdown. Like it's still like regardless if it's a Hail Mary or not, it's still a play where he got a huge touchdown where it was much needed.
Yeah,
Garrett Wilson had over 100 yards and a touchdown. Breece Hall had over 100 yards rushing. Aaron Rodgers had one of his best career games. And they still lost because Josh Allen.
Yeah, they were saying that you hear like all the blame that Rodgers is basically giving to Mike Williams.
Yeah, talk about he should have ran the run. It doesn't matter, bro. You shouldn't have been in that situation. Like, I don't even really blame this much on the offense as well. Like there was definitely some times where I was like, why are you doing this? Something happened, But like they would be driving and they'd get a penalty and it was a wrap. I mean, there was a lot of penalties in that game.
Did you watch?
We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Did you watch the Manning cast at all?
No.
Bill Belichick was throwing shade at the Jets.
Oh, of course he was.
He was, as they're watching the game, he's yelling, he's like, you got to keep Josh Allen in the pocket. Every time he rolled it, he's like, keep him in the pocket. Said it at least 6 times. And then I think Peyton had asked him, he's like, yeah, Bill, why don't you, go, coach the Jets and everything? He's like, look, Jets haven't been over 500 in like at least 20 years. Like, no, they just don't all kind of shots.
Nah, it's been less time than that because Mark Sanchez brought him back-to-back AFC Championship games.
So, I can't remember what exactly I said, but he was throwing some shade towards them, and it was kind of funny.
But so, I mean, do you think that this is a significant? Like, does this move the needle for them a lot? Because to be honest with you, it was the defense last night. The defense
Davante Adams trade?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Rodgers has one of his buddies. I mean, it's the New York Packers.
It's the New York Packers. Yeah, it's definitely the New York Packers. Who's the biggest winner? Who's the biggest winner this week, Pete? It wasn't me. I can tell you that right now. I was the biggest loser for picking Washington over Baltimore. Only game I picked wrong this week. Very, very missed out on a lot of money. But I would probably say the biggest. That's actually a good question. I'll tell you the shittiest winner this week, Philly. They look terrible. In a win, they look terrible in a win.
And then Nick Sirianni's chirping at his own fans.
Yeah, they look terrible in a win. I might go ahead and say Buffalo. I think Buffalo winning this game, taking firm control of first place in the division. That was really big, much needed. Tampa Bay the same way. They needed a big division win against New Orleans. Now, it was against Spencer Rattler. But I'd probably say Buffalo. I think Buffalo winning in prime time. Josh Allen coming off one of the worst games he's ever had. It has to be more along the lines of Buffalo. They really needed this one. Cincinnati really needed to save their season, but they played the Giants, so you're supposed to win that game.
Yeah, but they should probably beat y'all a little bit worse than they did.
That's true. But we made their defense look good. They scored 7 points against us. We scored 7 points against a defense that gave up 30 plus the last 2-3 weeks in a row. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It did the same thing against the Cowboys. The Cowboys first 2 weeks of the season had given up like 300 yards rushing in the first 2 weeks of the season, and then what do? They go play us, and we don't do shit. We have like 27 yards rushing. was terrible. It was terrible. But you know, so Devin, what do you think about this Devontae Adams trade?
I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
You move the needle a lot for them?
Not a lot, not a whole lot, because I mean, you still got that offensive line. I mean, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure how good that offensive line is over there to protect.
Yeah,
Brady
I saw Rodgers get rocked a few times.
Getting beat up.
Still, I mean, yeah, you got 1 and 2. Garrett Wilson showed out the past 2 weeks, but you know, who's to say fucking that O-line holds up? So.
No, I gotta agree. I think that O-line is terrible. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's as bad as Chicago's O-line, but Chicago's O-line has played better of recent. Swift has been getting involved with it. Caleb Williams has been playing good ball.
Yeah. He just dropped 4 touchdowns on him.
Mm-hmm.
Two to Cole
McKett.
Yeah.
And 2 to Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Devontae Adams, I don't know how much this moves the needle. I'm not going to lie. Did they need another guy? Yes, they needed another guy. I do agree that they definitely needed another guy. But Devontae Adams is hurt a lot.
31.
He's 31 years old. He's starting to become injury prone. He's growing a little bit slower over time. He hasn't played in 3 weeks either.
His hamstring is now magically healed.
And then they're throwing him into the fire, you know. But the good thing is that he played there when Nathaniel Hackett was with the Packers as well, so he knows this offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only thing. But I'll tell you who's very upset. Garrett Wilson fantasy owners. They are upset.
Some production.
People who are happy, Devontae Adams fantasy owners.
Yeah.
Because he needed to go somewhere with another quarterback. Oh, we also had another
I know he's on the trade block in Dynasty.
In
ours.
In ours?
Yeah.
No. He's 31. I still don't want him.
Oh no, I was saying.
Excuse me.
I'm excited about.
Yep.
I got him in my
yeah, Amari Cooper, he gets traded to the Bills. I thought this trade was actually better in my opinion.
That's fair.
Because you saw the Bills needed a wide receiver more than the Jets did, in my opinion. They did. Not yesterday. Monday, they were just working with Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel. I mean, Ray Davis had almost, I think, over 100-something yards total. I ended up putting Cook on the bench. I dropped Stafford real quick in another league and picked up Ray Davis.
Nice.
Yeah, he got me like 17, 18 points.
Nice.
Yeah, it was much needed, too. I ended up going 4-1 in fantasy this week.
I don't want to talk about fantasy this week.
Yeah, I lost in Dynasty League again by 3 points.
I got Ray Davis on my bench in Dynasty.
You got him on, yeah. Well, yeah, we didn't hear the news about Cook not playing until real late, so it's not like you'd have been taking a chance starting him.
All right.
But I like this move. Bills definitely needed a guy who's consistent. Now Cooper has dealt with a few injuries as well, and he's also a little bit up in age as well. But I think this is going to help out the young guys as well. They needed a veteran there. Help out these young guys. Let them learn from somebody who we think was a great wide receiver most of his career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he was with the Raiders, Dallas, even his early years with Cleveland.
Probably the best quarterback. Well, it is the best quarterback he's played with his career. Once you think about it.
Who?
Cooper.
Who?
With all the quarterbacks he played with Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be his best quarterback of his career. Oh, yeah, that most definitely. Definitely. So I think this moves the needle a little bit more for the Bills than it does Devontae Adams for the Jets. Because I think this kind of solidifies, like, hey, now you got to worry about everything. We're going to run the football, and
we can also
we can throw it as well. And we got Josh Allen that can scramble out. A lot of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of shit. So that Bills offense is going to be tough, in my opinion, moving forward. I wanted to ask y'all, though, who do y'all think was a better trade? Devontae Adams to the Jets or Cooper to the Bills? Jared, we'll start with you.
No, I still think Amari Cooper going to Buffalo, even though I don't like Buffalo, but it rounds out everything now.
Yeah. Did you see how much the Jets have to pay $11 million to the Raiders for cap, and the Buffalo Bills have to pay like $898,000 for Cooper.
like the league. He's like getting like the league minimum,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen something like that.
So
I know the Adams trade is a third round consensual that can turn into a second.
yeah, I think it's if he plays a certain amount or if he gets a certain amount of stats, stuff like that. But yeah. Devin, what do you think? You like Adams to the Jets more or Cooper to the Bills more?
Cooper to the Bills more because like you said, the wide receiver room in New York and Buffalo. I'm trying to think. And Buffalo is Shakir, like you said, Samuel, and Cooper could realistically be number one over there from the jump. And Adams, that's just a battle between him and Garrett Wilson. But I think that's gonna add because you already got a good, pretty good run game over there in Buffalo, and quarterback and your running back, and then to add along with a passing game along with that. So
yeah, I think Cleveland is also tanking. Try to get a higher draft pick.
Yeah.
Maybe go grab somebody like a Travis Hunter, or
they're gonna get a quarterback.
You think they're gonna get a quarterback? What are they gonna do with Deshaun? You owe them all that money.
I think it was Chris Canning was talking about it, or Evan Conan on Unsportsmanlike. They were saying draft a quarterback, right? Let him sit, and then the following year you can get rid of Watson. And so, they phrased it to somewhere where it made sense. Where like this year, just fuck this year, basically.
Yeah.
Going into the draft a quarterback because you're already gonna have a top 5, top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Let him sit. You still got to pay Deshaun at that point. And then the following year, you address the Deshaun thing, whether you cut him, trade him, or whatever, fuck you can, whatever, because you would still have your quarterback.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like this Cooper trade a little bit more. Like I said, I think it moves the needle for the Bills more because they needed a wide receiver that could be consistent and help them pick up first downs and close out games.
Yeah.
So. But all right, let's go ahead and get into these games, man. Start off, we have the Ravens. They beat the Commanders 30-23. Lamar Jackson goes 20-26, 323, a touchdown and an interception, threw on 40 rushing yards. Derrick Henry has 24 carries, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, I can't believe how wrong I was on Derrick Henry this year. I'm not gonna lie, I was dead wrong on Derrick Henry this year.
Okay,
it was bad. He's been a monster.
Yeah,
he's been a monster. Now the Commanders' defense hasn't been amazing. You know what I mean? But he's looked good against everybody, basically.
Yeah.
So, oh man,
it's like it's a different Derrick Henry, basically.
Yeah. Are we looking at the Ravens possibly going to win a Super Bowl this year?
I believe so.
Yeah, I could see it.
I can definitely see them beating the Chiefs.
Like, because this is their offense has been tough. Their offense has been tough this year.
Lamar could go win back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah, Lamar's looking good.
There's also quiet talks about Henry. Dude, he's had one touchdown, 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown.
Yeah,
100 yards here.
He scored in every single game so far this year.
Yes.
So I mean, damn, that's crazy.
We could honestly see Baltimore win another Super Bowl here.
Yeah.
And I had a thought about that. What about another a rematch of the last
Ravens 49ers?
I've talked about that before.
It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. That's only if San Francisco gets their shit together.
Yeah. Yes.
Because right now Detroit looks like they could run away and take the whole fucking thing.
Detroit looks crazy good right now.
Even though they lost,
They are going to lose Hutchinson though.
yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
That's a huge loss.
But
for
I
them,
did hear they were trying to get in talks with Reddick.
That's on. Yeah.
Yeah,
that wouldn't
from
be
the
bad.
Jets. How odd would that? I mean, not even odd. How funny would it be? Like you got traded from Philly because of a contract dispute, and then you don't play for the Jets because of that said contract dispute, and then you could possibly be getting traded to Detroit, and possibly still have another contract dispute.
Oh, brother. On the flip side of this game, Commanders, they just have no defense, man.
Yeah.
They have no kind of defense. Their defense is terrible.
Would you pick up their defense against Carolina this week?
Nope. Because Carolina can score with Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I would do. I would pick the over.
That's fair.
I bet you the over-under is like 51. We haven't checked yet, but I guarantee you the over-under is 51.
What you want to call it? Washington's kicker.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go pick him up real quick in one of my leagues.
Let's see. Damn it. The over-under for that game is 51.5. What'd I say?
What's the New England one? Because that's the early. We play early Sunday morning.
Jags 5.5. Oh wait, no, you actually over/under, not the spread. 42.5.
Okay.
I'm actually taking y'all spread.
I don't think ETN's playing.
You like New England plus 5.5 this week?
Dude, Jacksonville looks horrible.
Yeah, they have looked. I do. I might take them.
Drake May too.
I might just take them outright to win because Drake May looked good last week.
Yeah,
three turnovers. I mean, turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, top 5 pass offense.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, though. But like I said, Commanders this is still their division to lose. They play an easy schedule, so they just got to make sure they win their division games against the Eagles and the Cowboys. They've already beaten the Giants once. I expect them to beat them again, especially with Andrew Thomas going down. But we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to the Monday Night Football game. I mean, the Sunday night game. Next up, we got the Bears. They crushed the Jags 35-16. Caleb Williams goes 23-29, 226, 4 touchdowns and an interception. We talked about earlier, Keenan Allen, 2 touchdown receptions. Cole Kmet also had 70 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Caleb Williams spreading the ball around. DeAndre Swift, he added 91 yards and a touchdown into this game on the ground.
Yeah. They're in third place right now.
Yeah. I mean, you still got to go against the Pack. It's a tough division. We talked about this at the beginning of the season. Everybody's talking about, we should have a conversation about the NFC North. We talked about how this was going to be the toughest division of the season this year.
Yeah. It's fucked. That division's wide open right now.
Oh, I mean, I still think the Lions are clear-cut favorites right now, but I do think that the Packers can make some noise. And if the Bears keep playing offensively like they're playing, defensively we knew how good they were, but if they keep playing offensively like they are, that's where the challenge is going to be.
How many losses did Detroit got?
One.
Yeah.
You know who they play this week, huh? They play Minnesota.
Oof, that's gonna be a good game.
Off of a bye. That's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
They also lost Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is gone. Speaking of, is Ramondre coming back?
Don't know yet.
Damn it.
He wasn't at practice.
Damn it. But yeah, Caleb Williams, we talked about, man. He's looked good so far in these last few games. They're also playing a 4th place schedule though. So they're playing a 3rd place schedule. I take that back. But we'll see how it gets into the later bit of the season. But Caleb Williams so far has impressed me to an extent. Now he hasn't looked as good as Jaden Daniels has, in my opinion, but he has looked more solid than he did at the beginning of the season. It's like he's settled in a bit. Keenan Allen, like you talked about, he finally gets involved in this game. He had a quiet start to the season. He got 2 touchdowns. On the flip side, man, how bad are the Jags? It's unbearable to watch.
Terrible.
Have y'all seen any bit of any Jags game this year?
Yeah, I saw that
yesterday.
that game.
You saw the
that
London game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's bad.
It looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
And they play in London again this week
Against New England.
against New
And
England.
it's very possible Drake May could get Doug Peterson fired, depending on how he plays.
Because I'll tell you what, if they go in there, play against New England, who's been a bad team, and you stayed in New London, and they come out to London and still beat y'all,
Doug Peterson probably not going back to Jacksonville.
well, he's going back to Jacksonville, but it's to get his stuff out of the house.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying he might just be get left in London.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's bad. They're looking to possibly be the number 1 pick this year.
Yeah, I think from what I've heard, Etienne's dealing with that shoulder injury. He may not be playing, so it might be Bigsby and Dearness Johnson.
Yeah. But all right, well, let's move it on. We had the Bucks smacked up on the Saints. They ran away with it after a little bit. It was close for a little bit. It was close at halftime. Saints were up by 3 points, I think, at halftime.
Yeah, they was going back and forth,
but they didn't score anything in the second half. Completely shut out. In the second half. Yeah, completely shut out in the second half. The Bucks had 594 total yards against that Saints defense, and this was with Mike Evans going out in the second quarter, I believe it was.
Yeah, he went out early.
They ran the ball down y'all's throat.
Yeah, they did. It was that third string. It was that third
Sean
string.
Tucker. Yeah.
Tucker. Yeah.
Irvin had a touchdown as well. And some yards. Like I said, 594 total yards. Saints go 4 of 13 on third down. Y'all could not stay on the field, especially in the second half. Once it got to third down, it was a wrap. Devin, give me a little bit of speed. I didn't get a chance to really watch this game because those games come on TV, and I'm normally watching Sunday Ticket to look at all the bets. So I didn't watch this game as much. What was the problem in that second half for y'all, mostly like offensively?
Todd Bowles sent the blitz. He figured it out that young quarterback can't handle the pressure, and he needs to make quick throws. And plus, that hurt offensive line. So it really just showed itself. And our head coach and offensive coordinators didn't want to make any adjustments. And what comes along with a young QB, you're not sure what to call at the line of scrimmage to audible out, hey, to your line protection. So, I mean, hopefully it cleans itself up within the next couple of weeks. But I did like what I see from the first half with Spencer Rattler overall. I just felt like the second half he just kind of got his mind boggled by the pressure, and he threw two picks. The first one he kind of underthrew it. The second one I think it was just kind of out of frustration, late in the game. But
yeah, I mean, you
definitely Dennis Allen needs to be fucking fired though.
Yeah, you down 24 points. So you're going to get frustrated. Trust me, I've been to a Saints game where the Saints beat the Giants 52-27, and that was a terrible experience to be sitting there. I'm frustrated as a fan, so I get it. Can only imagine what you'd be like.
They lost. Olave to concussion.
Yeah, Olave's going now too.
Snead's gone with a knee injury.
Second play of the game with Olave, the 5-yard route, and then it was a helmet to helmet. They didn't call it,
but they called it a fumble, didn't they? Wasn't it a fumble?
Yeah, they called it a fumble, but I mean, it still could have called the helmet a helmet.
Shit, you didn't see the face? I don't think you saw the face mask in the New England game. Dude had him by a face mask.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Basically turned the running back's head all the way around.
Yeah, and they didn't call it. It was crazy. All right, let's move it on. We had the Colts. They held off the Titans 20-17. This is actually a pretty good game. Joshua Downs, he goes 7 receptions for 66 yards and a touchdown. Titans had 11 penalties, 113 yards. Excuse me. This was one of the games I was watching because this is one of the games I was worried about.
Yeah.
Colts ended up pulling it out. But man, it was a close game. It was sloppy by the Titans. I still think the Titans, their offense was so bad, bro. I don't even know how they scored 17 points. Their offense, Will Levis only had 96 yards passing.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, against a Colts defense that has not been that great. So, I mean, I don't know how that happened.
He continues just to like be a meme, dude.
Who?
Will
Will
Levis.
Levis.
Oh yeah, Will Levis is he's bad. He's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he would make some kind of jump forward this year, some sort of jump, but he's regressed. He's looked
Badly.
worst.
I think
And they got
we all
better.
could've- Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they got better weapons over there now too. You got Pollard and Ridley
Yeah.
over there now. To go along,
Ridley's getting frustrated.
yeah, to go along with DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, you got weapons over there. I mean, this man is terrible. Put somebody else in. Give yourself a
Tajay
chance.
and Tony Pollard.
I think
I
Tajay's
think his downfall was the whole mayonnaise thing.
Oh, the mayonnaise. Damn, I missed the Bucks segment. Yeah, we literally just talked about it, Tracy. We literally just talked about the Bucks and Saints game.
Wasn't much to talk
Let me
about.
take that out. Let me sit up, pussy.
Ooh.
Hey, yo.
this dude.
That man popped in here real quick and started going crazy for no reason.
Why did he feel some type of way because of the game?
I don't know. Oh man. but yeah. Cole, like I said, on the flip, like I said, the Colts, they sneak away with a good division win. They've been getting some wins here and there. I think they're gonna be one of those middle of the pack teams.
Where are they in the division right now?
Second.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But I remember I told you there was only gonna be one
Yeah.
team coming out of this division.
What is it?
Houston.
It was
Houston,
never
them, and then what? Titans and then Jags.
Indy.
Oh,
Yeah, the Jags are last, and then probably
Yeah.
then Indy.
Yeah, it's Houston,
I was going
Indy.
backwards.
Oh no, it's Houston, Indy, Tennessee.
Tennessee, then
Yeah.
Jags. Yeah.
So, but like we talked about, Anthony Richardson, he comes back next week.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that offense goes.
No, yeah. The way fucking Flacco and Downs have been connected, man.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got some chemistry with Downs. He likes Downs.
Yeah.
He does. All right, moving on. We had the Texans. They handled the Patriots 41-21. Joe Mixon went crazy. He had 13 carries for 102 yards and a touchdown. He also added a receiving touchdown. Drake May, we talked about,
Yes.
looked impressive. And I'm surprised y'all gave up 41 points. I'm not going to lie.
Our defense has been looking bad. dude.
Yeah, that one surprised me.
So I saw this earlier today. You know how we lost Juwan Bentley?
Yeah.
Well, with Juwan Bentley, we give up 58 rushing yards, right? With him gone, we give up 168.
Hey, yo, that's a huge difference.
I didn't realize that. I'm like, this
Yo.
motherfucker is the run stop.
Yo, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane. He causes that much
Okay.
disruption in the run game when he's playing.
Yeah.
That's crazy work.
Yeah. I mean, and then Gonzalez, he didn't have his best game. I mean,
Well, I'm surprised about it because he didn't have to worry about he didn't even have to worry about Nico. Nico's not there right
yeah,
now.
he shadowed Diggs the entire game. So I mean, Diggs
Diggs is good.
yeah, that's what he
He's-
said. He's
he's-
like,
He's a
That
good
player.
wide receiver.
yeah.
You know?
But like we talked about, Drake May just improved.
Yeah, Drake May looks good. Like we said, he looked pretty good in that deep throw for the touchdown,
to
right
boot-
on the money.
Yeah, the booty.
Yeah, right on the money. He goes 20 of 33, 243, 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 picks though. Were both of those his fault?
What?
Those picks.
So the first one was an overthrow by like probably 5 to 10 yards.
I think I remember seeing that one.
Yeah, I showed you that
Yeah.
one. Second one, it was either second or the third one.
He only had 2.
Oh, he only had 2. I thought somebody said 3, but no. So the second one, batted ball by Will Anderson. Crazy shit though. Will Anderson tips it right, bats it. It's in the air. Corner catches the shit on the back on the dude's back.
No.
I swear.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like, I mean,
terrible.
at that point, you gotta give him props. I'm like, hey, I mean,
What are you gonna do?
exactly.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? So the Texans moving forward, they finally start to get healthy. They get Mixon back. This is his first game back after being hurt. Nico, he's still on IR.
Took another 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's still on IR
2-3
for at
weeks.
least another 2 weeks. But they still have Diggs, still got Tank Dell. I picked up that Hutchinson guy. He didn't do dick.
They're probably not. He's probably not going to use him
Yeah.
much because it's going to end up being as long as I got Mixon. They'll have Mixon. You can't forget about Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
You still got Tank Dell. You got Diggs.
Mhm.
So I mean,
And they're in a weak division.
Yeah.
So the Eagles escaped by the Browns. Worst game in a win this week. Browns, they looked horrible offensively. Jalen Hurts, he goes 16 to 25, 264, 2 touchdowns. Browns 3 of 12 on third down. I mean, they were like I said, they were garbage on offense. They did not look good at all. The touchdown that they had was from a blocked field goal that was brought back for a touchdown.
you think Cleveland should just trade Myles Garrett?
That they should. I mean, but if you
Or-
trade, you'd get a lot for Myles Garrett.
What if Detroit calls and we'll give you a first, Myles Garrett?
No, it's going to take more than that.
I'm just saying that's a starting offer.
No, even a starting offer is no less than 2 firsts.
Well, they were just saying people on the can't. This is where I heard it from was Kenny. They're like, Carl, the worst thing you say is no.
Well,
And just go from there.
Well, I'm just saying, like you'd have to offer a minimum of 2 firsts for Myles Garrett, and then it's gonna take even more after that. You're talking about a top 5 player in the NFL, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's a top 5 out of everybody. If there's a top 5 pick, if you have top 5 picks, if there's 2 you're gonna pick first in a fantasy draft, Myles Garrett falls in that 5 somewhere. At least in my opinion.
That's fair.
I know how important quarterbacks are, but Myles Garrett is too good at what he does to pass up.
Yeah.
So, in order to trade somebody for somebody like that, it's a starting offer of minimum of 2 firsts. But you're looking at Myles Garrett, you might be 3 firsts. You might have to give up 2 firsts and a second, and maybe a player and like a 5th. Like you'd have to give up a lot for Myles Garrett, bro.
Yeah, they were also saying that I think Smalls, I think her name is. She was saying, okay, well, if you're taking Myles Garrett, just take Deshaun Watson from us. For nothing. Like we won't even ask for anything. Just take him.
Yeah, because they want to get rid of that contract.
Yeah, stupid contract.
That's a terrible contract. We called it stupid when it happened.
Yeah.
But the Eagles, once again, they looked bad in a win. They didn't look that good. Sirianni sitting there yelling at somebody.
At his fans.
I heard it was his fans saying that he's asking where the boos are at now because they were winning.
This man has to be fired at the end of the year.
Like, bro, they just didn't look good.
No.
They skated by. Excuse me, because it's the Browns. The Giants beat the Browns. That should tell you something right there. They're not a good team.
Can't be talking shit when you just beat.
Yeah, you're beating a nobody. Like, I understand you got to win. Winning in the NFL is hard. I get that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, us as fans, we're going to look at that win and be like, okay,
Yeah.
what's
Show me
next?
more.
Like, we don't care. Like, what's next?
Show me more.
Don't they play out this week?
Who?
Philly.
Do they? Yeah. Yeah, we play Philly this week. Yeah. I mean, they're going to beat us. We have no Andrew Thomas now.
Yeah.
I still don't know if Malik or Singletary is coming back, but I'll tell you what, Tyrone Tracy, baby. I'm fucking with Tyrone Tracy. I am. I like his game. But all right, let's move it on. We had the Packers. They won easily over the Cardinals, 34-13. Jordan Love, he has 22. He goes 22-32, 258, 4 touchdowns. Insane. And a pick. Romeo Doubs, he had 2 of those touchdowns. I know Christian Watson had a touchdown as well, and Jaden Reed had a touchdown. So all 3 of the guys. The Cardinals, they were moving the ball up and down the field, 303 total yards, but they had 3 fumbles. I mean, that's 21 points maybe left off the board. That's 18 points. I mean, No, that's not 18. Sorry. It's 9 points. Definitely left off the board.
Yeah.
But that could have been 21 points, and that changes the whole game because guess how much you lost by? See what I'm saying? Now, it didn't help that they lost Marvin Harrison Jr. early in the game.
Yeah.
He was gone and out the game early. It helped me out, though, because I had Xavier Hutchinson in, and he got 0 points. But so did the guy I was going against with Marvin Harrison. He had 0 points. And guess how much I ended up winning that game by?
By 1.
4 or 5 points. I won that by 4 or 5 points.
Dude, were y'all sitting watching a game Sunday and just like getting all these injuries and just like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's been getting like that in the NFL every year, man. It's been it's been getting bad every year. It's crazy. They talk about, hey, safety this and safety rule that and safety this and safety that, but there's more injuries now than ever before.
Insane. Like an insane amount.
You know, if you really cared about somebody's safety, why don't you change that field and go from turf to real grass like the players want?
Yeah.
Because guess what? It causes less injuries than the turf does.
Yeah, they want the World Cup here, I think, in the next year or so, or whenever it is. They're supposed to have it real grass. They want to play in stadiums.
No. So, I mean, you got to do something. But, I mean, yeah, it's crazy how much they talk about safety, but yet there's more injuries now ever before. You know, they are letting the guys wear the Guardian caps, but that only helps with concussions.
Yeah.
That's not going to change these leg injuries. It's not going to. And guess what? A lot of these leg injuries come from because you stopped allowing people to hit up high. It's a penalty now. And guess what? It was easier to deal with a concussion than it was to deal with a broken leg or a torn ACL or a torn meniscus because, you know, you got guys that need to go low now because that's what the rules allow. But, you know, if you allowed the shoulder check into the shoulder, they don't even allow it. And I'm not talking about on a regular play. Everybody knows you can do that but I'm talking about for these wide receivers and these tight ends. Now, when it came to Gronk, they were going to hit low on Gronk regardless.
Yeah, you had to.
Some guys are just too big. Gronk was one of those guys where you had Calvin Johnson. He's just too big. You got to go low on him. You know, I shouldn't have to go low on Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have to go low. I shouldn't have to go low on Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, because he's like, what, 5'8"?
Yeah, that's already a disadvantage for me. But this is a good win for the Packers. They needed it to stay in line with Chicago and Detroit. On the flip side of the Cardinals,
NFC North.
What were we saying?
I said, like y'all said, the whole NFC North is just that tough. It's just that tough, the toughest division right now.
No, it definitely is. The NFC North is crazy.
Yep.
It definitely is. But all right, moving on. Get into these late games a little bit more. We had the Packers. We had the Chargers. They stopped a comeback from the Broncos. 23-16. It was 20-0 at halftime. It was 20-0 at halftime. They almost came back. I was that close. But J.K. Dobbins, he goes 25 carries, 96 yards and a touchdown. Just look at the time of possession difference. 37-23 to 22-37. That's a whole quarter, bro.
It's literally backwards. If you look at it, just by what
1 second, with 1 second, yeah. But that's a whole quarter. That's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's literally, they had the ball a whole quarter longer, bro. You got to stop this run game. It's the only way you're going to beat them. I mean, I know it's hard because they also got Herbert, and Herbert is still a good quarterback. I don't think he's amazing, but he is a good quarterback. You got to stop this run game, bro. J.K. Dobbins, has been going ape shit over the last few games, or really since the start of the season.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard when you have a 6'8" offensive tackle.
So, on the flip side, the Broncos. I mean, did anybody expect them to do anything besides what they're doing right now?
Right.
I don't know if y'all saw that play by Bo Nix where he scrambled out the pocket after avoiding a sack and then ran and then got a first down and gave the dude a peace sign. It was, but I mean, yeah, I still just need more from that offense. I still think they need some wide receivers, though. They definitely do need more wide receiver help. So
more than Ladd.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about the Broncos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the Broncos. I mean, Cortland Sutton has been playing decent, but like outside of him, there's really been nobody that's really stepped up to the plate and shown me that, hey, I'm a good wide receiver here. That, they that's what they're going to be looking for, I think, in the draft or free agency. They're going to be looking for playmakers.
I need to know if Patrick Surtain is hurt for this
out.
week, for tomorrow.
Yeah, he's probably going to be out.
He is out.
Good.
Chargers, like we talked about on the flip side, Chargers, they keep pacing this division. I don't think they're going to have a chance to win this division, but they do have a chance at making a wild card spot. I believe I picked them to be in the wild card. I have to go back and check. I can't remember if I did or not. But I mean, I like their chances. They're able to run the ball really well. I think really effectively. So, but this division, it's sad that we're looking at the Patriots all over again in the AFC West, where the Chiefs have this dominant team. I mean, not really dominant team, but they have this team that's winning Super Bowls, winning division every year, and you're surrounded by nothing but incompetence.
Yeah.
The Chargers, they may have gotten it right with the coaches that they hired and the direction that they're going, because the same way that the Chargers would be able to win, we talked about the Chiefs could beat the Ravens could beat the Chiefs. The Chargers have the same kind of play style. So, yeah. So, give it a few more years. I think the Chargers will be able to compete a little bit more in that division than anybody else did in the 20 years that Brady was there with y'all.
I think it's going to be interesting now with Brady, because Brady is now in that division.
Yeah, he's a Raiders coach. He's a Raiders minority owner. Yeah. Speaking of the Raiders, they got spanked. Steelers, they went over the Raiders 32-13. Najee Harris finally had a good game. 14 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Steelers, they had 183 rushing yards to the Raiders' 57 rushing yards.
Okay.
Obviously, the Raiders could not run the football, and obviously they could not stop the run on the other side. The Raiders also had 3 turnovers. And once again, they lose by 19 points. You lose by 19, there's 3 turnovers. You're missing out on 21 points right there.
Aiden McConnell's first start?
Yeah, no, it is. It's not his first start in his career.
First start of the season. Yeah.
Yeah, it is his first start of the season. I will agree with that. But obviously he's got to be better at holding on. They got to be better at protecting the football and not turning it over. This is a big win for the Steelers. Steelers looking like they could be a wild card team.
Yeah.
But the Bengals, they're trying to shoot back a little bit. The Browns are going to come in last place in that division.
Well, yeah, we all knew that.
Yeah.
Tomlin said Russ is the starter.
Russ is?
Yeah.
He is? Why? You just had this great game.
Yeah, he said. I think it was either yesterday or today. He was saying like, yeah, Russ is gonna be the starter this week.
That's terrible. That's a bad decision. I hope they start losing games. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly hope they start losing games. That's very unfair to Justin Fields. He hasn't played amazingly, but man, he's an athlete, bro. He's an athlete. He's played enough. I mean, he's played enough to get them wins.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I said, keep those Raiders on the flip side. We had them coming in last in this division. Them or the Broncos, but they needed a quarterback really bad.
Yeah,
I think I had them third initially, but now, especially with Devontae Adams gone, they're coming.
You know what I can see happening? Brady likes Shador. I can see Shador going to Vegas.
Which is probably another reason why they traded Devontae Adams. They were so willing to trade him. Hey, take up the cap space, and we get we'll be bad for the rest of the season, so we get a high draft pick. All right. Moving on, we had the Falcons. They beat the Panthers in another NFC South Division showdown, 38-20. Tyler Algier, he had a good game, 18 carries, 105 and a touchdown. Andy Dalton on the flip side, I mean, he didn't look terrible. He wasn't great. 26-38, 222, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. I mean, this was a predictable game. Everybody had the Falcons winning. I thought it was going to be a little bit less points scored on the Panther side, but Bijan, he had 2 touchdowns rushing as well. Drake London had a touchdown. So, I mean, their offense is moving, especially the run game. They look good. They look good on the ground, but it's the Panthers, so you're going to see this twice a year from them.
Yeah.
But I mean, y'all got anything to say about the Falcons? I mean, they keep pace in the division that between them. I think it's between them and the Bucks. You know.
Yeah. I think the Bucks edge him out. Kirk still does not have that explosiveness in his arm.
I agree, but they do have the win over them.
I was gonna say they did beat them.
They do have the win over them, and then now they do have to play in Tampa Bay still, because that was in Atlanta. They still got to play in Tampa Bay. You just got to hope Mike Evans is there. Is Mike Evans playing this week? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I haven't heard if Mike Evans is playing. Let me see. I got him in one of my fantasy leagues, so I can see if he practiced this week or something. Mike Evans.
On another note, Brooks is supposed to be.
It says he's healthy.
I did see that.
Yeah, it says he's healthy, so it looks like he's going to be able to play against Baltimore. So that's going to be a tough game for them this week. That's going to be a good game.
I'm playing.
I think it's Monday Night Football. I believe.
I don't remember.
I believe it is. I believe it's Monday night. It's either Monday night or Sunday night, but I believe it's part of the doubleheader on Monday night.
Okay. So they play this week. You're talking about the Falcons and the.
No, Bucks and the Ravens.
Oh, okay.
Who do the Falcons play this week?
That is gonna be good.
I want to say Seattle.
They do. They play Seattle this week in Atlanta. So,
Birds.
All right, moving on. We had the Lions. They destroyed the Cowboys, 47-9. Jared Goff goes 18-25, 315 off of 18 completions. It's crazy. 3 touchdowns. Dave Montgomery, he has 12 carries for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cowboys, 5 turnovers, bro.
I know Dak had 2 picks.
He had 3.
Oh, he had 3.
Yeah, he had 3. Yeah, he was bad.
I know Trayvon Diggs couldn't cover J-Mo.
He's too fast.
Apparently, there's a video saying that he's like, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
Like I seen the clips. I'm like, bro, this man cannot. He
was getting toasted.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's fast. That's what you're supposed to do when you have that speed.
Yeah. Rainey said on Twitter, he's like, let's just all do the smart thing and put him at safety and let him go ball hawk. I mean, wouldn't be a bad idea.
He's too small to put hits on guys, though.
I mean, he's really just trying to get the ball.
Yeah, but then you X out a tackler.
I know that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Oh, I wouldn't want that. But the Lions, I mean, they looked great. They looked amazing. They did lose Hutchinson, like we talked about, to a leg injury.
Yeah, they didn't.
Probably gonna be out for a year. Out for a year.
They did not respect Dallas on Sunday.
No.
They were throwing passes to everybody. An offensive lineman almost scored a fucking touchdown.
Yeah, it was. They were giving them the business, bro. 47-9 is giving somebody the business.
They have to give a show to Jerry Jones on his birthday.
Yeah, that was on his birthday too. Yeah, on Jerry Jones' birthday.
Did you hear what he said to the radio people?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I would have said, just go ahead and fire me now.
People need jobs, bro.
I mean, yeah,
But
but I mean, if you're working in Dallas, you work for the team. Well, not maybe you don't work for the team, but you work for a radio station that's covering the team. 9 times out of 10, he's probably gonna get another job. Unless Jerry Jones is just like that type of asshole. You're like, yeah,
Jerry Jones is a billionaire, bro. If you're blackballed, you can get blackballed by Jerry Jones. I promise
believe.
you.
I
Especially
believe
if you're in media. But yeah, I mean the Cowboys, they're falling behind this division. 3rd place in this division. The Commanders are leading this division right now. Then Philly, and then the Cowboys, and then the Giants.
Yeah. Washington could run away with this.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Cowboys have the same record as the Giants as well. Who the Cowboys? The Cowboys 3-3, or are they 2-4?
I think 3-3 because I know they beat Cleveland
and they beat the Giants.
They lost to the Saints.
Trying to see.
Ravens, Saints, and Lions.
That's who they lost to?
Ravens, 3 home.
That's right.
Oh, they beat the Steelers. They beat the
Okay.
Steelers. I forgot about Sunday night game last week. They beat the Steelers on that last week.
Yeah.
But shit, they're only a game above the Giants right now. It's not looking good for them. It's not. Next up, we got the Bengals. Sunday night, they kept their season alive against the Giants, 17-7. Joe Burrow didn't look all that great. Offense didn't look all that great. He went 19-28, 208. He did have a 47-yard rushing touchdown at the beginning. The rushing touchdown at the beginning of the game. That pissed me off, bro.
That was a wide open touchdown.
It was bad. Our kicker, he missed 2 field goals.
Couldn't be any worse than Monday.
Yeah, Monday. We'll talk about that game next. Daniel Jones, he did not look good. 22-41, 205, an interception. Tyron Tracy, he had a touchdown, about 50 yards rushing. Daniel Jones did add about 50 yards rushing as well. But man, there's nothing much we can say, bro. We're just a bad team.
That's fair.
We need a quarterback. We need a quarterback, bro. We need a quarterback. Terribly bad. That's the problem right now. It's unbelievable.
Can't say much about the win for the Bengals neither. Like, it was a win, but it wasn't really much of an impressive win, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't an impressive win. He did it against the Giants.
Right.
You know. But I mean, like I said, they kept their season alive. They definitely needed it. Especially with the way that Steelers are playing right now and the way the Ravens are playing right now. Your division's kind of tough outside of Cleveland. And you just lost to the Ravens in overtime a couple weeks ago. So you got to fight back in this division. Giants, I hope they just keep losing games. Get a high pick so we can get a quarterback. That's all I'm looking for.
You can always trade up.
So always next year, man.
Because it looks like possibly, depending on how we finish, we may not be looking for taking, a quarterback. So if we're in the top 5, trade compensation, somebody that wants to trade into the top 5 for a quarterback.
Probably.
We can have like a tackle or somebody fall to us.
All right. Last but not least, we got the Monday night game. We got the Bills. They fought off the Jets 23-20. Josh Allen, he had a great game. 19-25, 215, 2 touchdowns. He had it in a rushing touchdown. 22 total penalties for 204 yards in this game. It was absolutely ridiculous.
It was.
Every play had a flag. It was bad. Like I couldn't tell. I was surprised there wasn't a flag on the Hail Mary play. I was really surprised.
I didn't think that was gonna be complete either. I'm like,
I saw the ball come out and I was like, did he catch it? I was like, oh, it must have bounced around and came out. But then they were like, no, they're saying he caught it, and I'm like, yo, what?
Yeah. It's every Hail Mary I've seen him throw, he's completed.
Yeah,
from the Arizona game. You remember the Arizona game,
I
the
believe.
playoff game,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Detroit game. There was another one. Apparently, there was a Giants one. And there was a Giants one. There was another one.
Definitely goat of the Hail Marys.
Oh yeah. In the 2016 playoffs. Yeah, 2016 playoffs. Yeah, he had one against us.
Oh, and then this one.
Yeah.
So that's 4. I've seen this man throw 4 touchdowns on Hail Marys.
Yeah, I've definitely seen him throw 3 live. I've seen him throw 3 live. So I was watching the game against the Cardinals when he threw it deep to Janis.
Yes.
I was watching that one. I take that back. I watched all 4 because I watched that one. I was watching the Rodgers one on his birthday.
Detroit.
Yeah. And then I watched the Giants playoff game in 2016. And then I was watching that game live last night. So yeah. But I mean, this was actually a pretty good game.
It was.
I mean, the Bills though couldn't do much offensively as far as scoring in the second half. It was 20-17 at halftime.
Yeah.
I want people to realize that. It was 20-17 at halftime, and it ended up being 23-20. 2 field goals. And then the Jets guy, he missed 2 field goals. The Bills guy, he missed a field goal. Apparently it was a really windy night. The flags didn't look like it was whipping that much.
They were saying, the wind's swirling on that one kick. I'm like, there's no wind.
I don't see that flag moving, and maybe they were stuck or something. But I tell you what, I couldn't see that fucking flag move. It's a bit like we talked about. I think it's the biggest win of the week. Bills definitely needed to solidify, like, hey, we're the number 1 team in the East still. We're still here to win this division. Doesn't matter if we got rid of a lot of people. I think their defense has impressed me more than anything.
Yeah. They stepped up.
I think they did have a bad game against the Ravens, but I mean, the Ravens have been week 3, week 4, something like that. But on the flip side, the Jets, we talked about earlier, the Bills, they go get Amari Cooper. Jets, they go get Devontae Adams, both right after this game.
Literally.
Yeah. Jets definitely needed something. Bills needed even more. Jets, they're going to be looking to fight back. I do know that. I did think their offense played really well, especially in that first half. They just needed to get Breece Hall in the end zone.
Yeah, new play calling.
I don't know why they couldn't get Breece Hall in the end zone. Fuckers.
That shit was so aggravating.
What is halfway point through the season?
I'd probably say like week 8, week 9.
Yeah, we should redo playoff pick.
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
we will. Yeah, we'll look and see what mid season about who we think is going to make the playoffs and Super Bowl and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but anything else y'all wanted to add?
No.
Tomorrow night, got a Thursday night football.
Oh yeah, who plays tomorrow?
Sean Payton comes into town, comes back.
Y'all are in Denver.
Y'all are in Denver.
They come to here.
No, they're in New Orleans.
Home game.
I thought they were in Denver.
No, it's a home game. It's his first time back to New Orleans. Promise you, it's here. But yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they said it was in Denver.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's in New Orleans. Excuse me.
So
but
hopefully Rattler plays well.
Yeah.
But
thank y'all, everybody, for joining. Leaving comments. We appreciate it. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff they do here on YouTube. We'll be back Good Friday.
I think so.
Possibly. I think so.
All right. If not Friday, are you good Saturday?
Saturday for sure not. That's why
For sure not.
For sure not.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know about Friday.
All right.
All right, y'all. We appreciate it. We'll see you on Friday.
All right.